to the G.
It is going to happen here at Georgia, and I'm committed to helping make that happen.
Hill with a lob to the rim. Anselm goes up high, touch it home. All net. Jabri Abdur-Rahim from the right corner.
The Dogs play here.
DMA for a two-handed dunk in the paint. Oh, yeah. Georgia will win it. How about them Dogs?
Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Welcome to live play-by-play coverage of Dogs basketball. Georgia basketball is brought to you by Piedmont Healthcare, the official healthcare provider of the Georgia Bulldogs. Now, alongside Chuck Dowdle, let's go courtside and join the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
Welcome back. Getting you ready for opening tip, Georgia and Oregon. Today's starting lineup brought to you by Citgo. Citgo, top-tier tri-clean gasoline, gets you where you're going. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. Georgia's starting lineup today, Jabri Abdur-Rahim at one guard. Abdur-Rahim, 6'8 senior from South Orange, New Jersey. Noah Thomason at one guard spot, a 6'4 graduate. He's a transfer from Niagara, hometown Houston, Texas. Silas Demry, we'll get to see the freshman early, 6'5 freshman guard from Raleigh, North Carolina. Rounding out Georgia's starting five, R.J. Melendez, transfer from Illinois, 6'7. He's a junior from Puerto Rico. And Russell Chiwa, the big man in the middle, transfer from South Florida, 7-foot graduate student from Cameroon. He is 7 feet and 275. That's the Bulldogs starting lineup. We'll come back for the keys to the game and the opening tip right around the corner here in Las Vegas today. Georgia and Oregon on the way on the Bulldogs Sports Network. Here at T-Mobile Arena, well, hopefully we can hang on to our wages inside this building. Although you did buy some concessions. So.
Well, I got to tell you, I did ask one of the guys here, I said, where are the crap tables in here? And they looked at me and I said, well, if there aren't any, I said, this is the only building anywhere in this city that doesn't have them.
You would be correct. It's time for the Northside Tip. Northside Hospital reminds you that the most common symptom of prostate cancer is no symptom at all. The prostate cancer will affect 1 in every 9 men in America. Find out about screenings, your risk factors, and innovative treatment at northside.com. Georgia will be in black uniforms this afternoon. Oregon, the designated home team, they will be in white. A little bit of green trim. Georgia with the red and white trim. Our officials today, some familiar names. If you follow college basketball along, Joe Lindsay, Chuck Jones, and Tony Padilla. Russell Chiwa will jump it off for Georgia, and he wins the opening tap as he knocks it into the backcourt and is chased down by Silas Demry. The freshman handles the basketball in the first possession of the season for Georgia. Comes up empty on number one. He makes the second foul shot. And a third will be on the way by Oregon. They run the floor. Alley-oop lob does not succeed, but they get the rebound on the follow-up, and Kusnard puts it up and in for the first points of the game. So Oregon will throw it in, left of the basket on the baseline. They throw it into the big guy in Folly. He beat Chiwa to the rim and lays it up and in. Over to Zarzuela, playing at his fifth different school, by the way. Transfers every year. Into the corner to Big Biddle, the 7-footer. Drops a three-pointer on us. Dogs 0 for 4 to start the game. There's Biddle again. In close and scoring. He's got 7 already. 11-1 start. Here's DeLoach, going to dribble and drive with the left hand across the foul line. He stops there. Bounce pass, threads the needle down to Chiwa. Wide open for an easy layup for the big man.
They just forgot about him, and I don't know how you miss that guy. He's 7 feet and 280 pounds.
First basket of the game for the Dogs. It's 11-6. We're down 5. DeLoach, the transfer from Virginia Commonwealth, spins in the paint, jump hook, partially tipped. Chiwa gets the deflection and lays it up and in right under the basket.
Well, they both jumped at DeLoach, and they did tip it, but it left Chiwa wide open.
In Folly with the ball, top big man feeds it to the right. A drive on the right baseline, and the freshman Evans leans in right of the lane and banks it home for Oregon. And the lead back up to 7 now. It's 15-8, or 19-8, excuse me. The lead is 11. Dogs turn it over in the corner. Oregon down the lane, and Cario Oquendo right through our defense with a running layup all the way to the rim. And the former Bulldog with his first points against his former team, and Georgia's going to call a time with 11:44 to go. Dogs in a man-to-man defense. Oquendo works against Blue. Spin to the left. Wow. Down the lane. Right-handed scoop shot good. That was a nice move. We've seen a few of those before.
Yes, we have.
The lead up to 17 now here in the first half. It's 28-11. Dogs finally hit their first three. Noah Thomason all alone in the slot on the left side. That's our first Scana Energy three-point basket of the season. It's 28-14. Ball gets away in the corner down on the left baseline, and that'll get us into a timeout with 7:59 to go in half number one. Our score, Oregon 28, Georgia 14. Back after this, Bulldogs Sports Network. And Justin Hill will inbound. Throws it in quickly. Abdul-Rahim for three.
There you
side.
go.
Good.
That was a well-designed play. The screen set for Jabri. He came right around it in the corner. They hit him with the ball, and then he buried it, thankfully.
That's our second Scana Energy three of the half, and the Dogs with their 17th points of the game. It's 28-17. Ducks by 11. And Big and Folly. Dante rebounds for the Ducks. Evans open on the block, pushes it up with the right hand. It rolls over the rim. Rebound to the Dogs. Georgia wants to run. Jabri, right corner three. Good! Abdul-Rahim with his second. Here come the Dogs, 32-26. We haven't been this close since the early couple of minutes of the game. Two-possession game now. The Dogs were down as much as 17. You can hear them barking down on the court side. Almost a turnover. Now it is a turnover. Blue Kane picks it up. Dogs 2-on-2. Kane with a Euro step and a drive down the lane and a layup with the right hand. Good. Kane's got 7 off the bench. It's 32-28.
Now, who are these guys?
I don't know, but I like it. 3:46 to go first half.
What a difference.
Ducks with the basketball. Dogs with the surge here late in the half. Jadrian Tracy will feed it in to Barthélemy. He'll sprint into the front court, get by Hill, running. Layup is good. He banks it home right at the horn. Well,
nobody to blame but us for that. We just let him go right to the basket. He went high off the glass with it, beat the buzzer, and they go out up 10 rather than what it should have been was, us with at least a chance to cut it to 6 a while ago, and didn't get that done with the turnover. That's just kind of symbolic of the way the entire first half went for Georgia. Our passing was not crisp. That's something that Mike White mentioned to you pregame. He wanted to see crisper passing because that leads to better shot making. If guys aren't getting the ball in rhythm, when they're expecting it, boom, to make a shot, then they kind of stumble around a little bit and don't have the rhythm to shoot. And I think that's what a lot we saw, plus the fact that I think nerves here in the first half affected Georgia. I expect to see us to be a lot better here in the second half of this game.
Dogs turn it over on their final possession. Oregon gets the last 6 points, including those last 2 from Barthélemy, who was 0 for 7 prior to that running layup for his only field goal and his only points of the first half for Oregon. Ducks lead the Dogs 40-30 at intermission. It is time now for the Georgia Power halftime show with Luke Nadkarni. He is standing by in our Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. And Piedmont Healthcare offers you exceptional, hassle-free care closer to home. Piedmont, the official healthcare provider of UGA Athletics. Again, our score, Oregon Ducks 40, Georgia Bulldogs 30 on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
And when they're already shooting a higher percentage and you're giving them second chances, that math just doesn't work.
Dogs get the ball to start the second half. We'll work on the left end of the floor from our vantage point. Here's Noah Thomason, the left-hander. Dribbles through defensive traffic. Knocks down about a 12-footer right in front of the bucket. And got fouled on the play as well. So a good start for Georgia. 3-point opportunity right out of the locker room. Thomason had 3 points in the first. They feed it into big 7-foot Biddle. Goes across the elbow to Dante, down on the block. The lay-in is no good. Biddle with the tap in the reach, and it won't go. Dogs take the ball away with Demery. Running right to left into the front court. Demery over to Thomason. Uses a screen. Drive down right of the lane. Feeds it into paint. Sweeping jump hook. Won't go by Chiwa, but there's Melendez to clean it up. Banks home the miss.
And that was beautiful timing by Melendez. I mean, he timed that beautifully coming across the paint and taking the miss off the glass.
Dogs with the first 5 of the second half to make it 40-35. But another foul on Georgia. Kusnard with the ball with a screen. Throws it inside. Kwame Evans. Turnover. Dogs with Demery with a steal. Silas through the double team.
Whoa!
And scoops it up and in from the right side.
Wow!
He's got 4 points now, all here in the second half, and it's 51-42 Oregon.
Dogs offering some full court pressure.
It's been effective so far, and they've shown it again. Kusnard trapped in the corner. Overhead pass to Zarzuela, up ahead to Rigsby, and he goes in for the dunk. Chiwa, for some reason, just got out of the way. He offered a hand swipe at the ball, but Rigsby goes up for a two-handed slam. 56-46. The Oregon bench liked that a lot. Blue Cane for 3. No good. Off. They drop it off to Dante on the block. Tight ropes the baseline under the basket. Feeds Rigsby in the corner. That guy's been a killer today. He knocks down the 3. He's got 13 points. And the lead is 13 for Oregon. 59-46. Rebound to the Ducks. Dogs not getting any offensive boards. And Zarzuela going to shred our defense with a drive down the lane and a layup. Good. And he missed that one deep as well. Oregon with a rebound. 9:50 to go. Here's a 3 by the Ducks. They don't miss. Cario Oquindo for 3. That's his first. He's got 7 against his former team. And Georgia rips down the rebound on the second miss. We're down 20 with 8:53 to go. 3-point shot.
There you go.
Yep, there's the first 3. The Scana Energy 3 by Justin Hill. Straightaway jumper. First points of the game for Justin.
He faked the drive. The defender backed up, so he just stepped back behind the line and buried that one.
Gets credit for 2. He's in double figures with 10. It's a 19-point lead. Georgia answers with another 3 from Justin Hill. His second straight Scana Energy 3-pointer. 69-53. Ducks by 16, 7:40 to go. Yeah, with a chance to play either K-State or Providence in the second round of that. Kick out to Melendez after the inbound. Is that a 3 or a 2? That's a 3-pointer. R.J. Melendez. That's his first of the game, and that puts him in double figures with a dozen points. His first 2 free throw attempts of the game. Justin Hill on the dribble in front court for the Dogs. It's 71-58, 13-point Oregon lead. And he just created all by himself. He spun away from the basket and then 360'd right back to the rack and laid it up high off the backboard. 71-60, 11-point lead for Oregon.
Wow.
Yeah, well, that's where Dante lives. Blue Cane with a high sweeping, running out of bounds bank shot from the right side. He got that over Dante as well, so he had to put it way high in the upper right corner of the glass. Misses a mid-range 2, gets the rebound, tries to dish it off. Taken away by Hill for the Dogs. We go right to left. Kick out Hill to Jabri for 3. Good. Timeout Dogs. Got it down to 10 with $1:55 to go. 78-68. Jabri Abdur-Rahim now with 18 points. That's his third. Dogs down 9, 21 seconds to go. And there's a steal on the wing by Kusnard. He's going to go to the rack and dunk it with one hand. And that'll seal this one up with 15 seconds to play. Hill at half court for Georgia now into the front side. Set shot 3 is short. Front side of the rim. Deflects out of bounds. It'll be Oregon ball with 6.3 to go. It's 82-71, and this one is winding down. The men's game later tonight will feature Kansas State and Southern Cal. The women's game will feature Colorado and LSU. As the Ducks inbound, run the final seconds off the clock, they dribble it out, and they win this game on the season opener here in Las Vegas. Your final, Oregon 82 and Georgia 71. We'll come back to Las Vegas right after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.